Hello and welcome. If you found this video, I know that you were guided here by Spirit, the universe, your guides, or maybe even your ancestors. My name is Michelle. You can call me Mimi if you'd like. And I've been a reader for almost 10 years. And I hope that you stay around to find out what messages we have in store for you today. I always encourage you as a viewer to take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe if you find that you like and enjoy my vibe here. Now let's get started. Alright, so we're going to do what this deck, so this deck is called the Sacred Forest Oracle, and they have this really nifty tree reading. And so the tree reading just kind of goes over all of your bodies, So you have a mental body, a physical body, an emotional body, and a spiritual body. And so we start from the root and then we build our way up. And so with those bodies being a part of your root system, it's kind of talking about undermining energies or things that are going on within the past, I don't know, like it may be the past like several years or your whole life. It depends on how deep that root is, right? And then the trunk represents where you are at present because of those roots. And then we go into the branches, which are just kind of branches of where the energy's flowing in each body. So just want to give you that heads up so you understand what I'm talking about. All right, let's talk about the mental body. I think it goes mental body first. No, maybe it goes physical body. Don't mind me. Alright, we'll start with mental body. I'm called to the mental body. So this collective's mental body at the root. Where's their mental body at the root? At the root, you have the stag spirit. Okay. Alright, let's see. What about their physical body? What about their physical body? We're just going to get the cards first, so I might have a timestamp so you don't have to watch me go through all of this, or I might just fast forward it to us having all of it done. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, what about the physical body? That one. I'm drawn to that one. Physical body. Alright, emotional body. Let's go with 3, 2, and 1. That one. Okay. And then spiritual body. Okay. That's interesting. So the spiritual body. I'm going to keep all 3. I don't know. Something's telling me to keep all 3 here. So we'll see what that's all about. Because there's like, it's almost like that root splits off into 3 different directions, which is kind of cool. Alright. Where are they at present due to those roots? Oh. You're stepping into that. Nice. Okay. Which is weird because yesterday I was going to do another reading that was like supposed to be for an archetype. And the funny thing is the archetype I was going to do a reading for were 4 Woodland Elves. And you got Elves as where you're at present. So that's fun. Alright, so where is their mental body headed? Where is their mental body headed? Right there. That one. Okay. Where is our physical body headed? I'm going to draw that one. Okay. I was going to ask about the emotional body. And let's lastly ask about the spiritual body and where it's headed. Okay. All right. So we're 5 minutes in. 5 minutes and 30 seconds in. Okay, we're just going to do 5:45 as a timestamp. Okay, thank you guys for your patience, honestly. I know it took a long time to get your cards, but I'd rather get them while you're on here than while you're not, right? Okay, so let's start. Now, to start off, your mental body at the root of your root system. So this is the underlying energy, the energy that you've been working with. So you got to start out, the mental body is in that energy of, or was in the energy of the stag spirit, feeling the need to take lead. It is talking about leadership, and I feel like you are one of those people where you've had to lead by example with your mental and emotional health. And I feel like your mental and emotional health are of great importance to you because of the things that have been showing up in the cards and how I'm actually feeling about the whole thing. And I feel like you take them very seriously and really want to take care of business and clear up any like ancestral gunk. That's what I'm feeling, is it like ancestral gunk. And so the underlying energy with your physical body is the air spirit. And the air spirit talks about knowledge, but it's interesting how it kind of feeds into where the energy of your mental spirit is, because she's on her own. She's on her own voyage. And so your physical body is talking about the energy of being a seeker of knowledge, and really seeking out through your experiences and learning from trial and error, and really applying what works, what doesn't. And it's taken you time, like steps, like small synchronistic steps. And I think it's interesting that I just noticed in the bottom of this card, so like, you know how we have a stag, right, in the first card, but in the bottom, what's that? That's a doe. You got a deer. So you have like so much love energy in here, because I feel like the deer in general, whether it's a stag or a doe, have some sort of importance as a symbol for you, or maybe some kind of like, it's almost like it's a big, huge part of your growth. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling. It feels like just the deer energy alone is like loving, gentle, kind. And I feel like that's the way you go about life, or that's how you may view the world, or try to view the world. And I feel like some things in your life may have clouded some of that, like judgment from others and things like that, but you don't necessarily let that fog bother you, because it's weird they're still having me focus on the physical card and how there's fog underneath the boat, not on it. I mean, it's cloudy above her a little bit, but not much. And so let's go into the emotional body. So the emotional body, the underlying energy that you've been working with when it comes to the emotional body is the Pegasus. And so with this Pegasus card, there's a little bit of, I think it's kind of funny, is transcending is the key word here, but I'm also paying mind to the fact that when things get heavy, I feel like the only way you can release or process through these emotions without feeling like you're going to hurt anybody is through the art of like rest and sleeping and allowing yourself to process it. You might process these emotions with strange dreams, and they come out in your, I feel like they come out in your creativity a lot. Also in your imagination. There's something about the imagination here where I feel like you're seeing the message before the message is supposed to hit, you know. I feel like you're kind of very well aware, even through the dreamlight state, you're really well aware of why you are feeling things. And if you aren't, you've been working with asking the hard and tough questions, because the there are 3 cards representing your spiritual body. And I want to talk about this because, like, when we talk about a root system, no tree's root system is just like one root or just 4 roots. It's just like roots, and then there's little stragglers as well. And so the underlying energy that you've been working with when it comes to your spiritual body is you got the Wizard of the Woods, which talks about focus and purpose. I want to say focus and purpose because I feel like the awareness that you have, I feel like I'm talking to someone that's like either in mid 30s or older, because I feel like you've come a long way, and I'm not trying to like put a label on who should be watching this, but if you feel like you're 35 and you're in your 20s, then maybe this is for you as well. But like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I feel like I'm talking to a little bit of an older individual. I am 30 years old, so, but I feel like I'm talking to someone that's older and wiser and has had more experience than me. And with that being said, you have an understanding of your focus and why you're here and how you're supposed to shine in the world. And I feel like it is validated through the bear spirit, because the bear spirit is talking about healing, and it's talking about, I keep hearing unearthing the pain beneath the snow. Because when it snows, what happens to the earth is it kind of goes into a stillness and a stagnancy, right? And so I feel like that you have had this pulling up the snow and really looking deeper within yourself, and that's how I'm seeing it. And I feel like it has been a long time coming and a hard thing to process through, because it's so much healing. And it's not just healing for yourself, it's healing for all that are involved. And when I say all that are involved, I'm talking about the theory that people have about if you heal yourself, you're healing 7 generations back and you're healing 7 generations forward, depending if you choose to have, children, or if you don't, then you're the end of that line, so to speak. Well, actually, no, you're not, unless, don't mind what I just said, but unless you're the, only child, and then you're the only one that can process more children or people into this realm. It may be nothing's completely destroyed, so it's just reanalyzed. So I don't know. I don't know where they're having me go down some sort of rabbit hole here with talking to you about your spiritual body and the things that you have worked through and worked with in the underlying energy. And I love the fact that you got the spirit guardian of the summer representing a big form of expansion, because without all the things that you have been through, you wouldn't have been able to grow and expand and be whomever you are. And I feel like, again, in the present situation, all of this has led you to the elves and being in a state of playfulness. And I feel like it's because life was so serious. And it's very interesting because I literally just heard the Joker go, "Why so serious?" And so I feel like, your whole life from birth to now have been so serious. And I feel like in the present, you're finding a way to kind of dismantle the heaviness and be more playful with yourself, be more of a light within yourself. I feel like you're letting your true self out and speaking the truth. And it doesn't mean that you never spoke the truth, because, physically, look at the physical body, right? In the underlying energy, you were always in your truth, even on a physical level. But now, in the present, everything intermingles and is combined. Anyways, let's talk about where your mental body's headed. So it's interesting that I talked about fogginess, right? And I didn't really pay attention to it before, but we got the foggy bog. And it's talking about having patience. And you're heading to a place where you may have to have a little extra patience with yourself. I feel like it's more patience with yourself than it is with others. There is something that is coming up for you from the root system, and it's coming up to be released. Because here's the thing, is this is how they have me looking at it, is because how trees go through seasons, and if this tree is a tree that is one that's leaves fall, there's something being brought up into your mental capacity, and it's causing a lot of undue and unintentional chaos within yourself. And so it's working its way out. It's going to clear itself, but you have to allow yourself to have patience and understanding of where you were at that time. So I feel like this is probably a younger version of yourself, and it's kind of funny, is you being in the present and you being in your playfulness is bringing it out, which is a good thing, because you being in your playfulness will attract your inner child and possibly even your inner teen, because your inner child just wants love. Your inner teen kind of wants revenge, but is angry about something. So there's a lot of things that may come up in your mental capacity that needs to be turned into leaves and released. And maybe this has to come from a place of playfulness so that you can, be patient with it, play it like an Uno game. It's not your turn yet. And be patient with yourself. Don't know why Uno came up in mind, but it did. Anywho, let's talk about your physical body. I like the fact that you have the Enchanted Fern Grotto as far as where is your physical body headed, because it says refuge. It's heading toward a place of refuge. And I feel like if you are struggling on a physical level, I feel like you're either you're healing yourself or finding ways of healing yourself in a more natural, holistic way. I keep feeling like you're very, holistic. There's something about a holistic approach here to your physical health. And I feel like with her energy, she is vibrant. She's not feeling bogged down by anything. And what they're having me pay attention to in the roots system is what, as above, so below, right? So even though below looks kind of foggy right here, it is still bright within it, which is weird. Weird that they want me to say that, but I'm going to allow it. I'm not going to fight it. And so let's talk about where your emotional body is headed. Your emotional body is headed to the sacred spring, which would have been freaking awesome as well, but it's called the secret spring. And I love this card for the fact that it talks about success. Success. And I feel like with what I've said about ancestral patterns and things that you're transcending and kind of getting through and releasing old toxic patterns of being people pleasing. I didn't even say anything about people pleasing until now, but there's something about you're releasing the need to people please. You're building boundaries for yourself, and these are emotional. These are emotional for you. It's been a long time coming, and with that playful energy of the elves, going from the Pegasus to the elves to the secret spring, it shows me that, number one, you've found your way to success through not being so serious and allowing yourself to dream. And that's what I got from that. Let's tap into your spiritual body. So you had 3 different cards for your spiritual body at the root system, and then you came into playfulness, and now you have the wild rose fairy, just kind of tapping into every single one of your bodies and saying, learn to love yourself, learn to look at everything that you've been through with a lens of love. How did this teach me to love myself more? How did this teach me to love others more? What did it teach me about love? What did it teach me overall? Because I feel like the love that you are receiving, regardless of whether you want to look at it as unconditional or not, it is really and truly and epically unconditional. And so with that being said, I loved this reading for you guys and gals, whoever I am talking to. I hope that this finds you in divine timing and that you got the most from it. If you did enjoy this video and you did go through the whole thing, much love to you. And also, please comment if you've resonated with this. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to get notifications that I have a video up. And also, just be gentle with yourself, love yourself, and have a nice day.